Hey everybody. So I got to talk a little bit quiet because I have some people asleep right now. But it is currently June 23rd, 2016 at 12:11 a.m. And if you haven't been watching the news in the last several hours, you should totally turn it on right now. Um, because what? Well, because um, Democrats are holding the House hostage right now because Republicans don't want to do anything about the gun violence in America right now. They don't want to do gun bans or anything. And so basically the Democrats are demanding that the Republicans and independents and whoever else stand up and join them in the fight. And I'm totally in support of that. And there's a couple of people that are there, and also a couple of people that are supporting them that are from my state. So I'd like to take a minute to recognize those people really fast. It's a very, very short list, so just bear with me. First of all, I want to thank um, Jim McDermott, Rick Larson, Adam Smith, Susan Delbene, I believe her name is spelled. Or pronounced. I apologize if I got that wrong. I have a feeling I probably did, but I also want to thank Derek Kilmer and Denny Heck. Um, it is time that we as a country stand up for what is right, and I totally support what they're doing right now. And you know, before anybody comments and says, "Well, you're just a bandwagoner. You're just jumping on the bandwagon. You don't even, you probably don't support the Second Amendment." And the truth is yes, I do. I am a gun owner myself. I carry my gun whenever I want to. And people know because I do open carry. I live in a state where you can open carry if you want to. And I take full advantage of that. And I don't open carry to intimidate people. I open carry so people know that I'm armed. And it's not to make people feel uncomfortable because I'm the nicest guy that anybody would ever meet. Um, I don't want to ever have to fire that gun in self-defense or to protect anybody ever at all. That is not my goal in life. My goal in life is to just carry, and if I have to one day, I will defend myself, or I will defend a group of people, whatever happens. But it is not my goal in life, and it is not something that I ever plan on doing unless I absolutely have to. Um, you know, and here's the thing is, when you have lost people that you love in your life, like I have, I've lost my father, I've lost my aunt, I've lost friends. I watched a young man, 21 years old, get killed literally in front of me, in front of a school. Not only in front of the school, but literally next to the playground, where any kid playing could have been hit by a stray bullet or anything. Unless you've ever been through that pain, you will never understand it. Unless you have been through that experience or experienced some type of gun violence, you will never understand what it is like to go through that. I had a high school in front of high school in front of the store that I used to work for. A young man was killed in the hallway because the other person felt disrespected. And we're talking about at Christmas time. Foss High School. Look it up. I am from Washington State. I support them and what they're doing. And you know what? Here's the thing is, I have been to police funerals as well. I have been to the funeral for the 4 Lakewood police officers that were brutally ambushed in a coffee house. I've been to the funeral for one of our deputies that was killed also in the line of duty just a month later. and hell, not even a month later, just a couple of weeks, maybe 4 weeks, something like that. Right before Christmas. We've got to stop and we've got to do something. You know, banning guns is not ever going to happen. I understand that, and I don't want guns to be banned. But background checks need to happen. If you're on a do not fly list, you shouldn't be able to buy a gun. And this is what it's pretty much stemming from, is that incident. Because I'm sorry, but if you've been investigated by the FBI twice, why are you allowed to buy a gun? If you've made terroristic comments and the FBI has investigated you twice, why after the second investigation are you allowed to go and buy a firearm? That doesn't make any sense to me. And if you're an American and that makes sense to you, I really don't understand it. It is time that we as a country stand up and say enough is enough. So, to Jim McDermott, Rick Larson, Adam Smith, Susan Delbene, Derek Kilmer, Denny Hack, and Susan, I think I finally said your name right. I'm not positive. But thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for supporting this. You guys are awesome. I don't know if anybody else has jumped into the support or started fighting in DC, but if you have, and I haven't mentioned your name, but you've seen this, thank you. It's time to stand up, America. And I want to thank the Democratic Party for finally standing up for what is right and morally right. If you want to own a gun, fine. I have no problem with you doing that. But you don't need an AR-15. You don't need an AK-47. You don't need an M16. People say, well, we want to defend ourselves. Great. You have a hunting rifle. You have a regular rifle. You have shotguns. You have handguns. You have pistols. What do you need a semi-automatic machine gun and machine gun for? You don't. I guarantee if somebody breaks in your house and you pull out a shotgun and you load it and they hear it being loaded, chances are they're going out the front door or whatever window they came through. Because they're not going to want to stick around for that. Come on. Have more sense, people. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video here. But if you got to the end of this video, let me know by putting #HouseSitIn at the very bottom in the comments section. And if you have comments or anything, please make sure to drop a comment. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. If you're showing this to somebody on their account, get them to subscribe too. And really, I think that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end the video here. So thank you once again for watching. This has been The Social Guy. And once again, as always, be kind to one another.